there, Chaz Marler from a little location known as Pair of Dice Paradise, welcoming you to another installment in this little video series where we are taking a look at games that I have played since I made my top 100 games of all time video series last year, and we're looking at new games that have either worked their way onto my top 100 or haven't, and why. Well, the first game that we'll be taking a look at today is the illustrious, award-winning, award-nominated, award-losing game, Sniggle. Sniggle. Oh, Sniggle, what hijinks will you get into next? So what can I say about Sniggle? Well, nothing. Because to be honest, I haven't played this game yet because I'm afraid to open it up and find out what a sniggle is. Fine. Okay. I will do my due diligence as a board game podcasting personality guy, and I will open up Sniggle for literally the very first time here on camera. However, smash cut away if it's full of scorpions. There is a aged instruction book. There is a colorful board with lots of colorful spaces. They're either little player pieces or really tiny fezzes. That's kind of cool. Instructions, old school instructions. I don't know why they give you an instruction book and another set of instructions. Sniggle by Amway. Well, how about that? Object of the game. Each player chooses a color and places all 4 playing pieces of that color numbered 1 through 4 on the matching squares located at the bottom of the board. The winner is the first player who moves all 4 pieces to their matching squares located at the top of the board. 1, 2, 3, Sniggle! This game's broken. Sure, there's probably more to Sniggle than that, but looks like a generic, standard, old-school, kids roll and move game. Even the royalty-free photography girl in the box doesn't know what to make of Sniggle. That's not making it on my top 100. But, by thinnest of pretexts, another game that starts with the letter S, involves stacking things, apparently, based on the image on the front of the box, is Santorini. Santorini is, at its heart, a simple little abstract game about moving players around this board and building these beautiful 3D sculpted little buildings around town. And if you can get one of your little guys at the top of a 3-story tall building at the end of your turn, you win. That's all there is to it. But it's not as simple as it seems. This is a simple game, but is a fantastic, wonderful family game. Now, Santorini reminds me a little bit of another kind of lightweight family game called Hey, That's My Fish. Santorini and Hey, That's My Fish aren't similar in terms of how they play or the set of mechanisms that they incorporate, but I find them more closely related in their weight and their appropriateness as a light family game. And when it comes to those criteria, I really, really enjoy Santorini. At first, I was worried that it would just be kind of gimmicky with its little 3D plastic pieces, but there is an actual thoughtful game in here that I really enjoy. But of course, how much do I enjoy it? Where on my top 100 list does Santorini fall? And to be honest, this is a hard one to answer. Part of me wants to put it in the 70s. Part of me wants to put it in the 20s. And how can that be? Is it because I'm a multifaceted, complex individual? No. I think it's because I'm not sure how much longevity Santorini has on my shelf. This is either going to be a game that burns really brightly and I never play again, or it's going to be a game that simmers and stays on my shelf and on my radar for years and years to come. And to be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards it being the latter. Because when it comes to options for family game night or having like 20 minutes to kill with my daughter, Santorini is always something that comes up on my list. Well, do you want to play a quick game of Santorini? So even though it's light and fairly abstract, it's still a game that continues to be on my radar and comes up and I have that desire to continue to play. Heck, I even bothered to take the time to set it up for this video, and I'm usually much lazier than this. So, there you go. 2 more games that I've played since I made my top 100 games of all times list last year. Santorini, that comes in somewhere on my top 100. And Sniggle, which, well, does not. Thank you for joining me this time, and make sure to join us next time for the next video in this series, where we'll take a look at least 2 more games that I've played since I made my list, and which of those games will make it onto my top 100 list, and which won't, and why. Thanks, and take care.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Really, Santorini? You're doing this now? Santorini is not cooperating. Oh, because you gotta do it the right way. Here's my first day.